So you got to be smart. I would have failed.
Maybe a little lucky, but dedication.
The harder you work, the luckier you get, huh, Manny?
Dedication, and hard work, and commitment. That's something I've always had. So I took the test to corporal. I passed it. I was very high on the list. Then I took for sergeant, then lieutenant, and then I was appointed to captain, and I believe it was 95.
95.
Yeah.
So that's like a big deal because I remember when we because when we're looking into the trucks and stuff like that, and Mario, when we talked to Mario, Mario actually called an inmate, and the inmate talked well about you. I mean,
you know what? Because you treat everybody like human beings. You know, you have to show respect. And if you respect them, they respect you.
So you not only respected your officers and your court, you also respected the inmates. You treated them.
You respect everybody. It's care, custody, and control, but you respect everyone.
That was amazing. I mean, literally, you get an inmate talking good about the chief of the prison, like, oh, you know the chief, Manny Fernandez, the one that came up from the bottom up. Wasn't that his comment that came from the bottom up is now a chief? So that's. Why am I asking these questions to Manny? Obviously, I know a lot of these stories. We've already discussed this. But that's who Hermers Capital is. We're a couple of friends that got together to form a company to manage investment properties, passive. Because, Manny, do you want active investment or passive?
I need passive. I need an income.
Why passive, man?
I need money coming in.
No, but why passive?
Because I want to travel. I want to go to Panama. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to different places all over the country.
Well, you already have a place in Panama.
Yes, but
very nice place.
Very nice place, but it's very important to have income coming in. And when you diversify and you get into multifamily, the cannabis industry that we've dabbled into, and now the truck parking lot, which I think is a winner, that's the way to go. You diversify and you.
That's funny that you asked me. Remember when you were in, you wanted like to get into the cannabis. I go, Manny, I know the cannabis business. I've done very well in the cannabis business, but it's challenging. You gotta know what group you invest with and what group you shouldn't invest with.
Correct.
And I have a little bit of advantage because I did it for 4 years myself. I actually went through the whole process of seed to sale. And it's all about the team that is running the operation. And if you choose the wrong team, you're gonna lose money. So my philosophy with cannabis is real estate. Just get in the real estate part of it. Because since it's not federally approved, you could get a little bit of advantage because you could charge a little higher rate per square feet than you would if it's a regular. And by chance, look, with all this that's going on, cannabis is essential. They didn't get shut down. So, we're still out there looking for cannabis. We got a project that we're looking at, but we take our time. We don't run in. We're like, you guys, when you were trained in law enforcement, and I also saw firemen. People say, why do they walk in? Why don't they run? Because they're trained to, as they walk into something, to analyze the situation and kind of see how they're going to get out. So cannabis, I need to know how I'm getting in, but I also need to know how I'm getting out. So, Manny, a guy like you, ex-law enforcement, tell me about that badge. That I haven't seen. Tell me about that. What is that?
Well, that's my retired badge.
Why do they give you that?
I retired 10 years ago. I hold this close to me.
So they give it, there's like a ceremony and stuff.
Yes,
they give it to you.
I was a chief for 7 years. I retired as a chief. And when I retired, that's one thing they gave me, the badge. And I hold that deep to my heart. Those were 27 amazing years. Great people. I love them. I'm still close to a lot of them. And
you stay in touch with a lot of them?
I stay in touch with a lot of them, and I'm trying to help them achieve their goals also.
Because you all have the same need.
We all have
Eventually,
the same need.
you all have the same need.
We need passive income.
So yeah, exactly. Without you don't want to be an active investor, like literally be out there and worrying about if this guy is paying and that guy is paying. That's what Hermers Capital does. It takes all that headache off, and this is what we do. We manage. I'm already managing my own properties. I've done well for myself with real estate. I built a pretty decent, substantial amount of passive income. And I tell you something, I will give you $10 active for $1 passive, because I'm pretty sure Manny wants to be in that apartment in Panama. I can't wait. I mean, everything is, when does it open up back up?
October 12th. Actually, Monday it opened up.
Okay.
It's been tough with the COVID, as we know, all over the world. Unfortunately, a lot of people have died. One is too many, and we've had a lot of people died, and Panama was closed. They just opened up, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be back in Panama, enjoying my retirement.
All right. So we have, to answer what is Hermers Capital? So we've built a team of professionals that manage properties and seek out properties for us. They literally manage my personal portfolio right now. We're adding different stuff. We're looking into truck parking lots. There's a huge need for truck parking lots. Truckers need to park these trucks somewhere, and they're paying anywhere from $150 to $300 a truck per month. And we've gone to the point where we actually bought a Sprinter van set up to travel the truck routes. We're gonna travel the truck routes and see what amenities and what needs truckers need to be able to, guys, everything that is put in our food and in our refrigerator or in the supermarket, there's a truck that moved it, okay? Yeah. So it's essential. And what I'm really focused right now is to getting into essential businesses where I'm not gonna get shut down. Imagine if you own a shopping center right now. Even Starbucks is asking for a rent discount. Starbucks, so that's what we're after. I know my partner is retired. We can't gamble with his money. It's gotta be solid. It's gotta be a solid thing that we're getting into. We don't have room for a lot of people. These deals are, right now that we're doing, there's limited people that could get in, because obviously I'm always highly invested in every deal we do. Manny is highly invested in every deal that we do. So we will keep you guys posted, but that's who Hermers Capital is. A retired chief, a lunch truck driver, okay? Hey, you want a sandwich? You want a croqueta sandwich? I'll get you one too. I know how to make the best croqueta sandwich in the world. And I'll tell you what, I have a special thing with truckers. My mom was a truck driver. My mom raised me driving a truck. So the problem is real estate is getting really expensive. You can't park these trucks next to your residential home. They can't even enter a residential neighborhood. They need to have a yard to park these trucks. They need security. So we're gonna provide that. We're gonna tackle that challenge. We're gonna challenge, and we actually are gonna meet with a friend. What's his name? What's his name? Giovanni. I mean, we have an inside niche on what's going on the ins and out of truck yards. Guys, you do the math. 300 trucks parked in 11 acres at $300 a truck a month. You do the math. It's a pretty nice cash flow. So that is only going to be available for people like Manny, friends of friends. This is not to the general public. If you don't know Manny's name and you don't know my name, Fernandez Fund, you're not getting in. That's just what we're doing for law enforcement and public servants. You need to be a public servant, a fireman, a law enforcement. What do they call those guys with the first aid kits? The guys that run in and save your life.
Fire department, fire rescue.
ENT, right? What are they called? ENT.
Emergency medical.
Emergency medical response. If you're a nurse or a doctor, yes, we'll let you in. But it's on. We need to know you. We need to talk to you. We need to have a meeting with you. Make sure that we're a fit. and we could do stuff, and it will be the same. We'll facilitate the same need that any retired law enforcement wants. Passive, no headaches. Nothing is 100% guaranteed deal, but if Manny's looking into the deal and I'm looking into the deal, there's enough experience here, one in management and one in real estate, to determine whether it's a good deal or not. And that's the kind of deals that we're doing right now. And that's what Hermers Capital does. We're going to keep you guys updated with the van. The van is almost ready. We're frugal, so we went to the auction and bought it at the auction. These vans are like $150,000, $160,000. You can't get one for 8 months. And the reason, since we're traveling the truck routes, we need to be able to go to, sometimes we're traveling and looking for spots and we need to use the bathroom, and the bathrooms were locked down. They were closed up. So, or, restaurants were closed. And so we outfitted this van, and we're going to hit the road probably in a couple of weeks. And we're going to keep you guys updated into the world of trucks. And we're going to do some stops and some cannabis operations that we're also looking into to sponsor. What I mean by a sponsor is that you're an operator, you know what you're doing. I determined that I know what you're doing. We finance the operation. We get a return on investment. And that's what Hermers Capital is. A retired chief and a lunch truck driver that made it big in real estate. And that's the story of Hermers Capital. And you're going to see a lot of stuff like this now. I believe that the times that we're in now, people are looking for leadership and for advice, just to have a chat, just to talk different issues, this, that, the other, that what's going on in our world has changed overnight. And we're taking that into account. But it's not, are you scared, man?
No.
Huh?
I don't.
Sure?
I don't.
Because I could get you a dog. I got a German Shepherd. I was scared enough. Got me a German Shepherd. You guys, I think I have a video. You guys are going to meet Cooper. And we're going to be traveling the truck routes and looking into more cannabis operations. Yes. And that's all I have to say about Hermers Capital. And we'll probably be doing some Zoom meeting with some future partners. We don't have investors. We have partners. And in order to partner up with you, we need to know who you are, what your philosophy is for investment, what is your risk tolerance. I really need to know you. And you'll be hearing from us soon. You got anything to add, Ann?
No, guys, just I love you guys. I hope to see you soon. And honestly, it's been a journey. We started this over a year ago. Like Felix said, we started in the cannabis. I wanted, the marijuana, the cannabis industry. I think it's going to be fantastic. But now that we're looking at the truck parking lot, it's amazing. It is totally amazing.
Yeah, less risky.
Less risky.
More profitable, actually. When you run the numbers, it's more profitable. I know that cannabis has a reputation for being very profitable, but it's very challenging.
It's very challenging.
Very challenging. A lot of things could go wrong. And if you're retired, and cannabis will be a high-risk investment, where the truck parking lot will be, one, it's a land bank. What do I mean by a land bank? You buy a prime piece of land next to a major highway, it sits there, it's producing money, and later in time, either your kids or somebody is going to inherit a very very expensive piece of land. You call that piece of land in 826 and 74th.
Yeah, it was
11 acres. How much did they want?
It was $22 million.
And it was under contract.
It was under contract.
I mean, we're out there looking. We're out there looking. So, I asked Manny to call this piece of land, which I used to see that piece of land there when I was a kid, driving my bicycle through there and going to ride ATVs back there in that area. And $22 million for 11 acres. Guys, we're looking at properties that have the same characteristics at 1.2 million, 1.3 million. And we could park 300 trucks there. But you can't it's not just any 10-acre parcel. It's not any, it has to be strategically positioned in the truck routes, in the hubs. We're close to the ports. there's Tampa, there's Jacksonville, there's Georgia, there's North Carolina. What is that? Apple Music. Forget about it. It's just Siri. She thinks I'm talking to her. Okay, so anything else?
No.
I think that answers the question who Hermers at.
Who is Hermers?
That's where Hermers Capital is. A chief and a lunch truck driver. Bye.